This is Aaron Small. He was a pitcher who played for 9 seasons in Major League Baseball from 1994 to 2006. You probably haven't ever heard of Small, and I don't blame you. He had a lackluster career to say the very least, and we'll get into that in a moment. However, Small did do something significant and grand during his career. He had what I call the most unexpected great season ever. Small's 2005 season was so surprising and out of nowhere, I doubt we'll see anything like it again. This is the story of Aaron Small and his unexpected great season. Small was drafted by the Toronto Blue Jays in 1989 and made his Major League debut 5 years later in 1994. The first 3 seasons of his career were brief and were spent with 3 different teams. He threw only 37 innings in the big leagues over that stretch before getting his first taste of an everyday role when he was part of the Oakland Athletics bullpen in 1997. That season, he threw nearly 100 innings and recorded an ERA of 4.28, adjusted ERA of 104, a whip of 1.541, strikeouts per 9 rate of 5.3, and a 1.2 WAR. So nothing special, but after limited playing time for the past 3 years, not a bad year at all. Did Small build upon that 97 season and continue his success with Oakland? He did not. Small got off to a terrible start in 1998, recording an ERA over 7 in 36 innings pitched. Oakland released him, and he was claimed off waivers by the Arizona Diamondbacks. He pitched well for Arizona, but was released following the season. Overall, in 1998, Small recorded an ERA of 5.59 and an adjusted ERA of 79 across nearly 70 innings pitched. That was it for a while. From 1999 to 2003, Small pitched in the minor leagues with 7 different teams, constantly getting signed and released. During that 5-year time frame, Small appeared in only a single MLB game, recording only a third of an inning pitched. He worked his way back to the majors in 2004, but only threw 16 innings, in which he had an ERA over 8. At this point in his career, Small had played for nearly a dozen teams, either in the major leagues or the minor leagues. He was a pitcher that teams simply did not want. He showed no potential and was only kept on minor league rosters, presumably as an emergency guy teams can call up if absolutely needed. In Small's career through 2004, he had pitched 218 innings over 146 games while recording an ERA of 5.49 and an adjusted ERA of 82. He was a career minor leaguer who mostly struggled in his few stints in the major leagues. Entering the 2005 season, Small was 33 years old and showed no signs of progressing his career. That's when the Yankees came calling. They signed Small to a minor league deal prior to the 2005 season. He spent the first half of the season in the minor leagues, but injuries to various pitchers forced New York to call him up to the big leagues, where he made his season debut on July 20th of that year. What do you think the expectations the Yankees had for Small? Here's a mid-30s pitcher who spent nearly the last 6 years exclusively in the minor leagues. In his limited playing time over the past decade, he's been underwhelming. The only reason he's here pitching is because the Yankees need someone. Not only was he pitching, he was starting. Entering this game, Small pitched in nearly 150 games and started 3 of them. 3 out of 146, and his last one came nearly 9 years prior. This is unfamiliar territory for him. Every sign points to him going nowhere, and yet his performance outseeded everybody's expectations. Small pitched 5 1/3 innings, allowing 3 runs while striking out 3. He earned the win, his first in 7 years. For his efforts, the Yankees kept him in the big leagues. In his next start, Small once again dazzled, throwing 7 innings, allowing 3 runs, and earning the win. Small stuck around the rotation, presumably until his luck ran out. The days turned to weeks, and the weeks turned to months, and Small remained in the major leagues. Not only was he starting games, he was winning, and winning often. On September 3rd, Small threw a complete game shutout. It was the first and only shutout of his major league career. 1 month later, Small made his postseason debut, pitching in Game 3 of the American League Division Series. He went from a veteran in the minor leagues to pitching in the postseason for the New York Yankees. He pitched in 15 games in 2005, which included 9 starts. He threw 76 innings and recorded an ERA of 3.20, an adjusted ERA of 133, a whip of 1.250, and a 2.7 WAR. Among all pitchers in baseball in 2005 to throw as many or more innings as Small, he ranks 18th in ERA and adjusted ERA. Here are Small's career stats entering 2005 compared to his 2005 ones. It's staggering how different they are. I didn't even mention the best part of his season. Small's win-loss record was a perfect 10-0. In the history of Major League Baseball, Small's 10 wins are tied for 4th most in a single season while recording 0 losses. If we limit the criteria to starting pitchers only, Small is tied for 1st all time, and he's the only player in American League National League history to do it. There is not a person alive that could have seen this coming. Small was a terrible pitcher for over a decade who, at age 33, suddenly turned it all around and had not only a fantastic season, a historic one. How did Small's career turn out after 2005? The Yankees re-signed him for the 2006 season as a relief pitcher, but after 11 games where he posted an ERA over 8, New York sent him back to the minor leagues and he never played another game in the majors again. In his career, Small threw over 300 innings across 9 seasons with an ERA of 5.20, adjusted ERA of 86, a whip of 1.607, and a 1.6 WAR. Yet, in the footnotes of that forgettable career marks a fantastic and historic season, one that is the most unexpected great season a player ever had.